Welcome back to Mets Nets Jets D podcast. This is going to be the week 4 Draftkings breakdown of my plays that I think that are going to go off this week. I'm feeling real confident. It's just narrowing down my player pool pretty much. Um, just reverting back to Thursday's podcast with the showdown. I did three $1 lineups. Two of them cashed. I had the right idea. Like I said, Devonta Adams was a smash spot in the captain. He was like the obvious choice. The leader had Devonta Adams in the captain spot as well, the one that won it all. As long as I cashed, I was fine. I knew about the problems Green Bay had with rushing, stopping the run. I just had the wrong running back. So if you see right here, Miles Sanders, if that was the true starter, which is Jordan Howard, um, I would have had 35 points in the flex, and then I could have used that savings and upgraded Arcega Whiteside to someone else, to Alshon Jeffrey, to Geronimo Allison, and that would have really bumped me up. All right. So I had that lineup cash 121, and this lineup cash. Like I said, $3. I got $5. That's fine as long as you're gaining profit. I took a shot at it. Showdown is very, very hard. But I got like the first half right, the other half wasn't. This one I tried Darren Sproles. See if I would yet again, if I had Howard, then I could have moved up from Mac Hollins and got someone better. I could have got Goddard. I could have got Ertz, you know. But that's all right. So we're gonna move on to this week's week 4 slate. Um, this one I'm not gonna go break down each single game. I'm gonna go over my stacks that I feel like are going to be very have a high potential of you getting to the top of the leaderboard. Just going in order of these games, these 1 o'clock games. I'm gonna start off with the KC and Detroit game. We have a little bit of injuries right now. We have LaShawn McCoy practice. He was limited participant Thursday. Practice fully today. He's going to be the starter. Damian Williams has been ruled out. Now, this is making me believe that McCoy is a freaking smash play. Um, I'm not sure if everyone's gonna get finally on him because it's more of a him and Darrell Williams, and people don't want to freaking choose. And there's a lot of chalk running backs with Wayne Gallman and and Eckler, which he is warranted that, and other guys because it's a weird running back week for week 4. All right. So LaShawn McCoy in limited playing time because he had that ankle injury, 8 for 54. He had 23 DK before he left. So I expect both of these guys has definitely have potential to go off. So I'm gonna have a lot of McCoy to go with this stack. Of course, this is Patrick Mahomes' first game in a dome setting, so this might be ridiculous. All right, so give me Patrick Mahomes, give me Kelsey, give me Sammy Watkins, um, and then one more, if I had to choose between Robinson and Hardman, give me Hardman. Kelsey obviously is one of his number one options. Watkins is going to be seeing coverage. Let's see. Let's check over here because we have to wait on Darius Slay's prognosis. He might not play. He's questionable. I just read it a few seconds ago. It was somewhere over here. Casey, no, Casey here. Well, I just read it. Whatever. We'll get back to this. Let me type it in just to make sure. Let's go to Darius Slay. Let's make sure. You guys can use this Roto Water. Use this for any updates. Uh, Remain limited at practice. So it's like more of a questionable, all right? But that's fine. He's probably going to be more. They move all these guys around between Robinson, Watkins, and Hardman. I'm leaning more to Watkins and Hardman, and then give me Kelsey, okay? So I expect this to be a very high scoring game. Well, preferably more on the KC side. If I want to bring it back, give me Kenny Galladay. He let you guys down last week. This guy is way too cheap. Started the year at 6'3", went up to 6'6", now dropped down 700 bucks for the Lions to even like compete in this game. They're gonna need their number one wide receiver. Um, this corners and safety matchups. There's no matchup for Kenny Galladay on the Kansas City Chiefs secondary. Um, Kendall Fuller's not good. Brashard Breeland's not good. Ward is some rookie. This it's not looking good for them. So I expect a lot of back and forth. Give me Kenny Galladay and then give me Kerryon Johnson. That should have a get right game. This is one of the games where I wouldn't mind to have like pretty much the whole lineup stacked up with players because this has a ton of potential, especially in a dome setting for Patrick Mahomes, who clearly has been lighting every team on fire that he's played. 30 DK at minimum for him. 400 yards, 370. It doesn't matter. 300 yards, three TDs with Patrick Mahomes when he's on the field. All right, so make sure you have a lot of exposure to this KC Detroit game. It's the highest total for a reason. If you want to be like a little bit not chalky, take Sammy Watkins out, run it with a Hardman Kelsey Mahomes stack, and bring it back with Galladay and carry on, or just Galladay, and then you can fill out your roster that way. Okay. We're gonna move on to my next favorite game stack. We're going on here to Carolina Houston game. Kyle Allen, really, all you had to do was complete passes, pretty much. Cam Newton is not right now. I can't really even blame the Lion totally. Cam is inaccurate. He throws very hard especially on short routes, and he's usually off target. All right, Kyle Allen did what he's supposed to do. All those routes, same routes. It was just that Kyle Allen was able to get the ball to the receiver's hands, and they were able to catch it. And that's how this Carolina offense is supposed to look. All right, they have a ton of potential. I'm running the Kyle Allen stack because he's cheaper, 5,200. I get Deshaun Watson, he's good, but he has to deal with I think, a tougher defense, especially with the front seven of the Carolina Panthers. Um, I think that's going to be tough to deal with, especially with his line. Brian Burns, Kawan Short, Gerald McCoy, Shaq Thompson. The list goes. Mario Addison. The list goes on and on with this front seven, and Luke Kuechly. I expect Houston to score, but I like Carolina more in this game. And when you have Kyle Allen, you got to have Christian McCaffrey. This man will be in literally every single lineup I make. I'm not reverting from him. There's no freaking reason to. The man gets a ton of work. 24 carries last week, 153 yards, a TD, three receptions. I'm hoping the receptions go up just a little bit more, but I ain't gonna complain. He's in a great matchup against Houston. And when we get to the wide receivers, we're talking about my boy DJ Moore. We're talking about Curtis Samuel, but I won't touch Garrett Golson today. Well, for this week, Houston is a little bit better against the tight ends. And I think it's just this core four right here that's going to give you a ton of points. DJ Moore is still the number one. Don't worry about the fact he only had two targets. He was able to produce in those two targets. The number one is still DJ Moore. Curtis Samuel had a great game against Arizona as well. And if I want to bring it back, all right, um, we got to wait. Bradbury's fine. He's okay. He's going to be guarding Hopkins. Dante Jackson is a little bit injured right now. He's still questionable to start. And if he's out, you can see a potential Fuller game. But on a weekly basis, I say this every time and every week this year against Carolina, the slot wide receiver, let me get him out. The slot wide receiver has gone off. Okay. Now we look at week one. Week one was the Rams. Cooper Kupp had a great day. Week two. Week two was Chris Godwin. He went off. Week three, Arizona. That was Larry Fitzgerald that got a TD. This week, Kenny Stills is the slot wide receiver for the Texans. This is a super sleeper. No one's gonna be on him. Kenny Stills, who led, um, and I think he led in yards and targets. Like no, not targets, probably yards, 100% yards. And last week for Houston, um, this is the new slot guy. He has a prime matchup against Ross Cockrell. Play Kenny Stills, please. I'm telling you, play Kenny Stills on the get back. All right, that's how I would run this stack right here. I would play Kenny Stills, and if I would choose one more, uh, do I think Hopkins goes off? This is tough. It's up to you if you want to choose Fuller or Hopkins to bring if you want to bring one more wide receiver into this. But I love Kenny Stills. All right, so I'm totally on the Carolina side. I think Carolina wins, and give me Kenny Stills on the bring back. All right, so we're gonna go to the next game stack. Uh, between this one was like a runner up. This is not really a game stack. I like Marlon Mack this week. Um, I like Marlon Mack. I like Darren Waller. There's key injuries in that Oakland Indianapolis game that will lead to some of these players going off. Now for Darren Waller, we have Darius Leonard, their main linebacker, and the Indianapolis Colts have safety problems. Malik Hooker is out as well. That's going to benefit the tight end Darren Waller, and that's going to benefit Josh Jacobs since Darius Leonard is not in there to stop the run. So those two guys are nice plays as well at 5,100. They're very, very cheap. If I want to bring it back, we have a unique situation. T.Y. Hilton is still a game time decision. If he plays, he's 100% throw him in there. You got to play T.Y. Hilton. I don't care if freaking limited. T.Y. Hilton's going to go off against the Oakland Raiders. If he is out, they're going to feed Marlon Mack like a freaking hungry fat kid. It's gonna be ridiculous. Marlon Mack already leads the league in touches. I can't even find his name right now. He might be too. No, that's way too down. Marlon Mack. Okay, boom. 6,100. Marlon Mack is going to be fed. All right, against this Oakland defense, this bad run stopping defense. Um, 25, 20, 16. He's even getting receiving yards. Marlon Mack is going to be fed. Just wait until that news. If T.Y.'s out, Marlon Mack is a smash play. Marlon Mack is a smash play anyway. So he's one of my top running backs. It's McCaffrey. It's Marlon Mack. I might play Josh Jacobs. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. Um, those are the few plays I like in that game. That's a little sneaky. Let's go on to the later half of the games. The Chargers Miami game. There's a huge injury. No Justin Jackson. Melvin Gordon will play limited role, so that leaves Austin Eckler at a very like guaranteed 80-20 split. He's gonna get all the touches. They really have no one else. This is his last chance to go off at AK. I I might if you can. You just have to find the right wide receivers. But you can run all your lineups with these two AK running backs and call it a day. Pretty much, seriously. That's all you need. Get you a cheap quarterback like Kyle Allen or who else do I have? There's other cheaper options. You should have both of these dudes in every lineup, and you should be all right. Just off workload, like this is what you need. You need workload. You need they got breakout ability. They're gonna get all the touches. They get running work. They get passing work. That's what you need. Not these like shot in the dark dudes. Pay for these two guys. All right. The next game stack we're gonna roll with is gonna be the Giants and Washington Redskins game. Everyone's been talking about this game. I don't trust Wayne Gallman. I don't care. He's not good. If he goes off, fine, beat me. But I'm gonna have those two 8K guys that, for damn sure, is gonna have like 25 plus. So for this game stack, I'm rolling with Daniel Jones. I loved what I seen with Daniel Jones. I got another sleeper for you guys coming back. All right, because everyone wants to preach Terry McLaurin, but Terry McLaurin is questionable. Terry McLaurin hasn't been practicing. I like Terry McLaurin, but I think the sneakier option is going to be someone else that I'm gonna say in a few seconds. But Daniel Jones, I'm bringing it back with Shepard, 100%, and Evan Ingram. These are the two go-to guys in this offense. He's going to look for those two guys. There's a specific route tree um, with Daniel Jones that he's targeting these two guys, Sterling Shepard and Evan Ingram. I don't care about Wayne Gardner. Find someone else. All right. In this game, if you want to bring it back, I do see potential with either Adrian Peterson or Chris Thompson. You can kind of run on this. No, I'm not even going to get cute. Forget them. No, no. If I'm playing this game, I'm bringing it back. I'm getting Paul Richardson. He had 10 targets last week. Nine targets last week. 7 in week 1. He had a little down game in Dallas, but this guy can go off, especially with the injuries. Um, especially with the injuries to Terry McLaurin. Give me Paul Richardson. You can wait on Terry McLaurin. If he's a full go, throw him in there as well. But give me Paul Richardson. I think he's going to go off 100 yards and a touchdown against the Giants' bad pass D. All right. Another option, since they're going to be limited, will be Vernon Davis, is a little bit of a safety blanket for Case Keenum. He definitely has potential. Week 1, no one's seen that coming against Philly. Four receptions, 7 targets, 59 yards, and a touchdown. This man he still has it. All right. Next game, one of my favorite stacks. We're gonna go with the Seattle and this Arizona matchup. In Arizona, get you some guys in here. Get you a whole bunch of KC and Detroit people. Mix that in with some Seattle, Arizona, and let's get this going. Give me Russell Wilson in a smash spot. This guy averaging 29.7 fantasy points a game. Don't care about Carson. He has a fumble problem, and he's on like the bad side of Pete Carroll. If Petty plays, you can throw him in there, but I'm leaning more towards Russell Wilson. I would bring him back with David Johnson and Christian Kirk. The main guy for Russell Wilson, his passing leader, target getter, Tyler Lockett, and one of my favorite plays, DK Metcalf. This is going to be a very high scoring game, back and forth. Both defenses are porous. Seattle is not the same Seattle defense. They let Dalton throw for like 400 yards on him. Um, bring that back with, like I said, Russell Wilson, Lockett, Metcalf. Obviously, you got it. He's going to be so chalky that you think it's just like, it's too good to be true. He's going to suck. But there's just no denying it. Arizona is bad against the tight end, and you kind of have to play Will Dissly. It's I don't want to have overexposure on him, just in case he gives me a dud, but it lines up. It really does. Greg Olsen went off against Arizona. T.J. Hockenson went off against Arizona. What was the other guy? I just gotta look at the team. And Mark Andrews went off against Arizona. So these are my favorite plays. So Christian Kirk, must have. Tyler Lockett is, and then sneaky is DK Metcalf. Um, since Lockett is going to get a lot of attention, DK Metcalf has potential to go deep. He's been catching a lot of deep bombs, and he's been coming down with them. I expect a touchdown to him in this game as well. All right. Um, so that's what I like in this game. Yeah, Russell Wilson. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's move on. The last game stack that I like, is going to be in this Rams Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. I I have a strong dislike toward Jared Goff. He's not good, but he does have home road splits. I'm not touching none of these running backs except for um, I'm not even gonna say his last name. This guy, all right. He's the third down back for Tampa Bay. He's gonna get receptions. I expect this game to be a clear blowout, and in the blowout, this guy is gonna get receptions. All right, Dare. He's got 4 in the blowout against San Francisco. He had a little bit of points. He got 4 catches. I'm just looking for potential. All right, potential catches, and if he can get into the end zone. This is if you're super desperate, if you need like a freaking salary saver. Don't really. That's just an. I think he's going to do okay. All right. But really, in this stack, give me Cooper Cup, who's the number one option. He's the key to Jared Goff's success, 100%. We've seen it last year in the playoff run. He is the guy. For this week, it's between Cooks and Woods. Um, Woods hasn't really done anything. I think he gets right at home. Doesn't have a touchdown yet this year. Did good week one. I think they get him right this week. I will run this type of stack right here: Golf Cup Woods, and then I would bring that back with Chris Godwin. Keep to leave is going to be on Mike Evans. I think Chris Godwin gets back in the good graces, and I like this little small stack right here. Jared Goff, Cooper Cup, Robert Woods, and Chris Godwin. Okay, those are my plays this week. Well, mainly my stacks. I already spoke about Kenny Stills, who's one of my favorite sleepers. Miko Harmon, Shepard, and Kirk. All those guys are good sleepers. Also, Paul Richardson, like I said. Um, that's all I have for this week. All right, guys. Follow those stacks, and that will lead you to the money. Try to stay with the higher total games. Um, Points equal money. All right, straight up. Please follow me on Twitter at MessNSJSD. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you guys next week. Good luck and peace out. Oh, don't forget, rundfs.com. Get connected. Go to that website. Check with any of the totals that you're comfortable with paying for, and get yourself connected in the Discord chat. And I'll be there as well if you have any questions. All right. Thank you guys. See you next week. Peace out.